We must keep moving. When it comes to diversity and inclusion, organisations must always be thinking what comes next. There's a lot to be done and there's work for everyone. You don't need to be an expert on the topic, but everyone has a responsibility to show up and be seen, particularly at the senior level. At Delta Capita, we commit to this topic in how we organise, moderate and recruit into our organisation.
On my very first day at DC, it was my very first call with anyone, and I sat down in my blazer, very formal. As Sarah's introducing herself, my dog comes running into the room, jumped up on my bed, started making a chaotic scene, and I was kind of mortified. But Sarah's like, "Oh, introduce me to your dog," and that just kind of made me feel really comfortable. And ever since that, from that moment on, it's kind of like set a precedent for how I feel comfortable in working in different environments and being able to manage different distractions.
I do like to sometimes get out of the house a little bit. So I'm in a cafe and you might hear some ambience jazz music in the background. But sometimes I think it's good to have like a slight change of scenery close to your home. It's been great. So the head of a department for one of our meetings, he's quite personal with everyone. He kind of has a good approach to making sure that there's a safe space, that we have the ability to kind of give our feedback. It allows people to be more comfortable to speak in meetings, which has been really good. Just having that approach, having a space where people can promote their successes and things like that. I think that's something that DC kind of promote, and I've found in meetings are really useful to get everyone involved, everyone collaborating, everyone kind of pushing in the same direction.
During the whole of the pandemic, I was renovating my house, and so I had exposed wires hanging out of the walls and drilling noises going on in the background, which initially I was really quite worried about, because then actually really quickly I recognised what the culture was like, and actually rather than saying, "Oh, this looks a bit unprofessional in the background," everyone was just, colleagues and clients was just really excited about it, and it was such a talking point. Whilst working remotely, quite a lot of times, particularly when I was working in different regions and different time zones, sometimes it would be strange times. So I'd quite often have a little child pop up into the call. And I think previously I would have been trying to wave at my husband and say, "Quick," but instead actually broke down all of the barriers and just allowed me to both be mum and employee and not have to kind of pick a side. And it was really nice and really humanising.
From the very beginning, the tone has been set in a right manner, that you do push yourself, but not at the expense of family and friends. It's a friendly environment. You don't need to worry about where you are. And when the interruptions with the kids and dogs started happening, there is no embarrassment in it. And I think I'm a proud parent. Why not show this to the world? So back in October, I had to travel on an emergency call because my mother was admitted in the hospital. There wasn't much as a family we could do. So I actually took calls from the hospital canteen, the waiting lounge. So I never felt, that anybody was questioning me for my work ethic. And when I came back home with my mom, I was asked that, do I need to continue working or should I be spending time with my mom? So I think those kind of things, again, gave me confidence that it's a caring environment.
I have like a little nephew and a baby brother, and it always storms in my room. I don't know how many times I have to tell them that they have to knock, and if I don't respond, then they come in, but they don't listen. But one time they come, they threw a ball, but they didn't know I was working. So you saw like a football flying across the room. So I was like, oh my God. My team is very understanding of that. They never pressure me or ask me at all if I have my camera on or off. So I'm really happy, and they make me really comfortable.
It's great when it comes to just having everybody in the room and hearing them out, because you never know who gives what ideas. And I think that's the wonderful part of being at Delta Capita as well as D&I community. Every single person on the call has always been given the importance and also individual attention and focus that, okay, Lindsay, do you have any point? Or Rupu, do you have a point? Because that itself gives that comfort to a person who is probably not outspoken or an extrovert, right? Everyone's thought process matters. And that is what we are living by. Because even be it small or big, because I think any idea can come in from anywhere, right? I think that's great to have it. And that's what we are definitely striving to have here, and we are achieving it as well.
In times where we were unable to be together physically, we came together virtually. This was in some cases the first time that we were invited into the lives of our colleagues. By letting each other in and creating a place where we can all feel safe, valued, supported and seen. Delta Capita creates an environment of psychological safety that allows diversity and inclusion to flourish, supporting flexible working and the reality of juggling our work lives and our home lives.